and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who just ate an egg that was licked by John Barenthal. It's Nandi Boetas.
Of all the scenes, of all the ones, I was so sure you're going to say the peanut butter, or like, I can talk right now. I've got peanut butter in my mouth.
That Fury lunch scene is so good. It is just, it just sits you in that world of being uncomfortable. And it is just such a gnarly moment. And then when I think, Barenthal licks his egg and then he just eats it. He just digests it. He knocks it out.
And that's a fantastic scene. Like, I actually tried to watch Fury again for this podcast and I couldn't. Like, I was like, no, you know what? I'm not ready. I remember him eating. I remember the dinner scene. I actually didn't have to watch it again. It's good, but yeah, it's rough. It goes there.
You got Shia LaBeouf crying, Michael Pena looking kind of shifty, John Barenthal in there, Logan Lerman. I mean, I felt bad for that egg, and then he just eats it. But that's Brad Pitt. Like, Brad Pitt will eat anything. But he doesn't eat that much, right? I guess
he does and he doesn't.
Yeah. That's a great point. He does. So if you... Like, there's a 15-minute supercut online that was released months after I released my data, by the way, Zanandi. So I put this out there in the world. People really liked it. This got covered by, like, I don't know. I'm not patting my own back, but it got covered by a bunch of different sources. And was it Lad Bible? They called me an absolute genius, Zanandi. They called me one absolute genius.
Did they pay you?
Oh, that makes me so happy. And also, too, like, my username on Reddit's Lundgren's Front Kick. And it just, so whenever I have something hit big, Dolph Lundgren is in the press for throwing a front kick. And that just makes me laugh. It makes me so... That's how you found my work, right? All those years ago?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was researching it was It Follows. It was the It Follows. Yeah, that's how I found you with your data. And then I also used this Brad Pitt one in an article after we started, actually doing podcast episodes. And I think by then we did Dr. Sleep and we did a couple, Devil, we did a couple of them. Mm-hmm. And then, I found the Brad Pitt one for a fan article I was writing. I think I referred to you as Internet Guy with many names, but my favorite is the Dumb Data Guy. Data Guy. I actually wasn't sure if I should say Mark Hoffmeyer from Movies, Films, and Flicks. Like, I didn't know how to write that. So, like, I did like a whole joke thing with Internet Guy with many names. But, like, we at Cracked prefer to call you the Dumb Data Guy.
I know some people who tell me not to do dumb data. I guess I want to see what you think about this, Sanadi. Like, we've talked, like, I call it dumb data to kind of head people off at the pass, and maybe I'm just too defensive. Over the years, when I released jet ski data or snowmobile data or, the Adam Sandler movie, people have been like, this is stupid. But if I immediately do a disclaimer in the beginning going, this is cheeky data, this is not going to change your life. There is some like correlation, but it's not like it's not super. It's spurious at best. I was like, I have not done super math for all of this. It's funny. When I started, I did an article about the best horror films of the 21st century. And I just compiled like Metacritic, IMDb, rounded them up, averaged them together. And it got shared on AV Club, Cabin in the Woods webpage shared it. Like, it got shared all over.
Nice.
And so I tried to recreate it, but I got really in depth with averages and medians and means, and no one cared. Like, I worked on a couple articles for like 6 months, and they all tanked. So this Brad Pitt one, I guess my main thing is like, people are always like, he eats a lot in his movies. So I'm like, okay, well, I have a library near me. They have DVDs, and I can go online and check them out. I can grab 10 at a time. I'm going to figure out how much Brad Pitt eats. I'm just going to fast forward through his movies and put together every scene, and it's paid dividends for me. And it's super simple, too. But the hardest part was just figuring out the calorie count. I'm not sure if that's exact, but I just tried my best. But that was kind of fun. And then, I'll show your work. And this was a fun... I really enjoyed this because Pitt has range, Zanandi. Like, he
does.
In his 90s, right? Like, I feel like Kit Harington and everybody who tries to smolder now, or like anybody who tries to pout now, they're trying to do Legends of the Fall or an Interview with the Vampire. Like there's what... we had Brando, right? And then we had James Dean doing his pout. And I think in the 90s, early 90s, that Brad Pitt era of Legends of like he did the best pouting sad boat trip ever that I've ever seen in that movie. So like no one like just watching his pouty phase and his comedy phase and then watching his action phase and then like he takes chances with 12 Monkeys and Burn After Reading, and the dude has range while he eats peanut butter.
It's amazing. Like I just love how he manages to incorporate eating so well. Like like most of my younger years I spent acting, and I can tell you that like having to act and eat is no mean feat. It's tricky. And like he just goes for it. He just goes all in. And I think that's why we love just watching the guy eat, because he eats like a human. Like he doesn't eat like an actor trying to eat pretty, because that's the thing you can see when actors try to eat pretty. Brad Pitt doesn't give a hoot. He doesn't care. Like he can be dripping mayo. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what you think. Like he's enjoying whatever he's stuffing in his mouth, whether it be like a rat or a rat. It's amazing. But yeah, like his range is, I mean, it's beautiful. I love his comedy stuff. Like he just always blows me away with the comedy stuff. I think he's hilarious. But he really gets into his characters. Right? Yeah, a Burn After Reading is just, I mean, and also like a mainstream favorite, actually. Everyone loves him in Burn After Reading. He's just that good. He works the character so well when he's like doing those eyes and trying to be all mean when he first gets into the car with Malkovich. Oh, like I break every time with that scene. And then like John just punches him in the face. Oh, that's the most beautiful scene. That's the most beautiful Brad Pitt scene ever. I love that. But then you've got him in Moneyball. Wait, like he seems so at home in the character. Like, yeah, he's really. I love that he's been doing really cool stuff of late. Like, and when I say of late, I mean since like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I want to say like like big characters, like really stay with you characters. I don't know. Yeah, he's just fun to watch. He's really just fun to watch.
I mean, that Bruce Lee fight in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood just keeps him in the press. I mean, that's just a big role right there, like in a Tarantino flick. And also, like, Inglourious Bastards, too. I love his performance in that.
Yes, absolutely.
He's just, I dig it. And it was fun. Like, a lot of times, sometimes when I'm doing data, I have other jobs. And so I teach and I have other things. So I can't, sometimes I got to fast forward through things just to catch certain elements. Like, but I found myself just watching his movies. Like when 12 Monkeys was on, I just watched all of his scenes. I'm like, this dude put work in. And then watching him in Seven, his angry pizza throwing was just beautiful. But the end, like, what's in the box? Like, dude has range. So I don't know.
It's difficult to look away when he's on screen. Like, I was watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith again this afternoon because I was like, I can't actually remember a lot of the plot. And then I watched it and then I remembered, oh no, I can. That's it. But also like those two have way too much chemistry for what is supposed to be like balance between a romance action movie. Like, but like he's the scene where he's eating the pancakes with Vince Vaughn. I mean, Vince Vaughn is sitting next to him, going off, doing his Vince Vaughn thing, ratting his mouth. And I'm not even hearing Vince because I can't stop watching Brad Pitt eat pancakes. Like, and he's not doing it all sexy. He's not doing it all anything. He's just sitting and he's eating pancakes and I can't take my eyes off him.
I did notice his fork
What is
form.
that?
He does like a stabbing with his fork where his pointer finger's on the back of the fork and then he kind of like stabs it down and then brings it forward. And it's like, I feel like if it was other actors, like if John Travolta was doing that, I would be like, that's a stylistic choice. But when Pitt does it, you're like, that's just Brad Pitt eating. Like that just feels normal. Like he's done and then his pot sticker, the way he ate the pot sticker.
I love
Ocean's 13, is it?
Yeah, when he turns around and he's got the thing ready and he pops it in his mouth. Oh, it's one of my favorite. I've got favorite eating moments. We'll discuss it now. That's one. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, give one.
Yeah. You know what my favorite is? I dislike. No, you know what? I hate hungry eating in movies.
Yeah.
So when
it never looks real.
Oh, it's so bad. Like in King Arthur, right? There's a movie called King Arthur that I like. And if you look at the cast, it's like Clive Owen and Stellan Skarsgård and just a huge cast. But there's a scene where Keira Knightley's hungry eating. And I'm like, ugh. And then there's just like, you watch Lord of the Rings where that guy's just shoveling food, the king shoveling gross food into his mouth. I hate in like medieval movies when people are hungry, or actually any movie when people are hungry and they start scarfing. But his hungry eating in 7 Years in Tibet is classy. He does classy hungry eating in that movie when he eats out of the dog bowl and then he gets invited for dinner. But I thought that was like good hungry eating on his part. Like that's when I knew he was an A+ actor. He's an A-lister.
That's when you knew. That was the moment that sealed it for Mark.
Yeah, young Mark in his teens saw that scene and went, yeah, I was like, okay, that's good. That's good hungry eating. Because you know those movies where someone's starving?
This guy's going to make it.
Yeah. Not like his Smolder in Legends of the Fall, right? Yeah.
He's gonna eat mac and cheese in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Watch, chicken.
Yeah, I called it right then and there. Like, oh, he's gonna be eating bread.
But yeah,
he just did so good. And then I don't know. Sometimes like there's hungry movies where people are just given a hunk of meat and then they just dive into it. It's just disgusting. Like I don't like it. But his hungry eating, and you're right. I saw that moment. And I was like, I've seen Legends of the Fall. I've seen Interview with the Vampire on Cool World. I've seen Johnny Suede with that hair, but his hungry eating with David Thewlis, A+. Amazing.
That's the one for you. I love it. So my all-time favorite one is, and like it's gonna like link with this because I think the thing with him is he does hungry eating so well because he always looks like he's hungry when he's eating. He never looks like he's just eating because it's just there. He doesn't snack. Here's the thing, Brad Pitt does not snack in a movie, people. He eats. Even when he's eating the popcorn stuff in Moneyball, like, he's not snacking. He's got so much intention when he's eating. It's not just this thing that he's doing in the scene to keep himself busy. Because in Moneyball, he's basically, which I love. Listen, I love Moneyball. I love Moneyball. I love that movie. Like, he's stress eating. That's what the guy's doing. He's stress eating, but like you can see he's trying to satisfy the stress, obviously. So like, and I think that's why the hungry eating is so good. But yeah, no, my favorite is when he's eating the wrap and he's like looking at Jonah Hill's character through the glass. Yes. And Jonah is like watching Brad eating and he's seeing something falling out of the wrap. And you can see Jonah's eyes is like, he's just looking at him and following this, whatever's falling, and Brad's just standing there eating. Like, he doesn't even know something fell. Like, he's just so, like, with his mind, on all the baseball stuff and eating this wrap, and that's all he cares about. I just love that moment. It's so, of all the eating moments, it's not the biggest, flashiest, weirdest. It's actually very normal, very simple, but I love it. That's my favorite one. I just like laugh every time. It's Jonah's eyes just watching whatever's falling out of the wrap. And Brad, he doesn't care. I'm eating. I'm like, whatever, I'm eating. Leave me alone.
His Twinkie scene too, he just engulfs it because he needs a fuel. Like, this isn't he's just on the run wolfing it. So it's not like a snack. It's more of like a compulsive eating. I'm tired. I need the sugar in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I remember he actually addressed the whole eating thing with the Oceans movie where he said there is a reason that his character eats so much in the Oceans movies because his character is not a guy that's going to sit down and have lunch or sit down and have like a meal. He's always on the run. So he's always grabbing food and eating it on the run. And that's like how that just played into the character and why his character eats there. So if you kind of take that logic and you look at all his other characters, when they eat, when they don't eat, like he sticks to that reasoning, actually. He really does. In True Romance, you've got him like he's like the stoner boy on the couch, but we don't see him eating. In both scenes, he's smoking, but we do see a pack of Fritos on the couch. But that's like the thing. He doesn't need to eat there because I've been eating the whole day. I'm on the couch. Why do I need to eat in this scene? His reasoning starts to make sense if you take that into consideration and you watch all the other movies where he either eats or he doesn't.
Wow.
Check it out.
that's, you think about the egg, right? When, of course, he has to eat that egg. Like, this is his lunch scene. Someone licked it. He can't let his men do that, so he's going to eat it. Yeah. It's just a delicacy at that time. And then he's doing his protein shake in the car because he is on a lookout, right? He's on a stakeout.
Yeah,
so he needs a snack in there.
Exactly. And like people who work out, they're very on like scheduling. I need to have my breakfast smoothie now because I need to have the second one at 4:00. So yeah, like at that, point, he's in the car. So I'm going to drink my smoothie in the car. I love how he doesn't eat anything in Burn of the Reading. He just like drinks a lot of stuff and then chews. That's so cool too. Love that. Very funny.
Interview with the Vampire, he needs blood. So he's just drinking. I counted that in my calculations too. And also, I just want to get this out before I forget. I figured out in my data that he had 4,986 on-screen calories that he's eating.
That's amazing.
It's stupid. But
I love it that you figured it out.
It makes me laugh. It really does. Like, I looked at his spoonful of peanut butter and Meat Joe Black. I'm like, is that 2 servings or 1? Like, how big of a spoonful? Like, I tried.
Go get a spoon, look at the scene, pause it, check a spoon. Did you like play with some peanut butter? Did you eat peanut butter like he did?
I eat peanut butter every day like that. Yeah. I get carrots and peanut butter. That's like my 11 a.m. snack.
Good protein source. Fantastic protein source, peanut butter. Eat your peanut butter, people, like Brad Pitt does. I mean, look, he does it in a very unique way, doesn't he, Jez?
It's a decision.
Choices were made.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I know he's naive to the world and he's sort of experiencing it, but that's an interesting way to eat peanut butter.
It's very uncomfortable to watch, honestly.
Yeah, I guess I find it very admirable because that's a choice. And at least he made Brad Pitt tried to create a character here and he figured that character ate peanut butter like that. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Death eats weird. Wait, he's Death, right?
Yeah,
he's Death.
Yeah, he's Death, and experiencing. I think that's the thing. When the movie came out, it was very interesting and an interesting take. But I think like watching it now, you're like, Brad Pitt doesn't look like Death. That's not what Death looks like. It's just like, no. I mean, he's almost too innocent looking. He's almost too naive looking in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh? Or is it just me?
No.
Am I getting old?
Most people watch it because of the Phantom Menace trailer that was before it anyway. But it's just 3+ hours long. I guess if anything though, it's a very different take on death. So
it is.
I'm not saying it's always the right decision to make a different decision, but I guess at least it's not the same old death that we're used to.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's I think what made it so fresh when it came out. It was that interesting take, like Terry Pratchett take, like because I think if you know Terry Pratchett's stuff, it wasn't like that new, but because it was more like that, like this difference, Death being very curious about how humans live and stuff. But that peanut butter scene it's a memorable one. It's a memorable one.
I mean, it's everywhere, right? When you think about Brad Pitt, okay, top of your head.
All the YouTube videos. Sorry. Yeah, all the YouTube videos. You're like Brad Pitt eating the compilations, and the thumbnail is the peanut butter scene. Yeah.
And then they always start with or end with him eating the cheeseburger in Ocean's 11, where he's just indigestion and he has that burp.
Burp. Oh, people love that. That's one's highly ranked. I've seen. Yeah. It's interesting. It's not my favorite one, but it's highly ranked.
I think it's the burp that sells it. Like he kind of.
I know it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's good burp work. I'm glad that nobody shows the eating in California because that's disgusting. I hate watching those clips just with the food all up in his mouth.
Yeah. Like what is the grossest? Because we're like, our favorite moments, but what's the grossest moment between the California eating and him eating the rats?
Oh, in Interview with the Vampire? Oh, no, it's the California eating. Because
right? I mean, and that sounds crazy, but it's the California eating. That's how vampires eat,
right?
Exactly. What is he going to do? He's eating a rat, not a human. So, I guess brownie points there. The California eating is just, ugh.
It's in his teeth. Like, he found a way to get that food just wedged into all of his teeth, and it looks disgusting. I can't stand it, Zanandi. I don't like
it. When it's like, what, picking his toes while she's still eating at the diner or restaurant thing, like, ugh, no. Yeah, California, yeah.
With a K.
Also, some choices were made.
That's what I like about him, though. Like in Devil's Own, his Northern Irish accent, which, you know, I love. Like, this dude, he's got, you know, going through all this again, I know I've said this 8 times, but I really do have a lot more admiration for him now. I really, like, and it also makes his best performances really stick out. And it kind of showed how he matured. Like Fury, like watching him just sort of command the screen. Or Inglourious Bastards, watching the choice that he made. I mean, I really dig that about him. Also, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Do you think that was the peak? Is that like peak Pitt charisma at that moment?
I think that's where everything turned from almost, because here's the thing, right? Like, we feel this way about Brad because we grew up with him. Like, we were young, naive teenagers. When he like hit it big in the 90s. So we grew up with him, and he was a pretty boy. He was the prettiest boy, and he got the pretty boy roles. And like, I mean, he was pretty cool. Like, he was the guy that made men like, what's the word? Admit that, no, I'd tap that. I mean, that was Brad Pitt. He did that. He was the guy. Like, we were all in agreement. Yeah, we're all bisexual for this guy. He's the one. And then, like, you know, he got older. We got older. It's like he started getting all these great roles. Now he's a seasoned actor. He's proven his range. I think we're all just so hella impressed that, you know, our boy panned out. He's still very good. Look at him go. Look at him still, like, just peaking. He's peaking in a more mature way now, I think. I really loved him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I know, like, not a lot of people are a fan of that movie, but I love that movie for him. Like, I can just watch him all the time. He did that character and that intensity so well. We're used to seeing Brad, like, saying something, or he's very, like, he likes moving around. He likes using his body as an actor. He likes moving and stuff. He's got an intensity in that movie. He plays that character so well. I mean, that's why he got, like, you know, award season loved him, because he was really, really good. And yeah, I think he's just like aged like a fine wine. He's really matured, and I think we're all just happy that, our bet's paid off. The guy's great. It's always been great.
You make a great point, though, because 12 Monkeys he got an Oscar nomination for. And that's a very manic role. He's very
all over the place. Yeah. You know, he hates that role, eh? Like,
really?
He said that's like the one that, he cringes when he just thinks about it. He does not. He's like, no, that's the one he regrets the most. Very interesting.
But I kind of love what you said about the constant movement, too. I mean, looking through his filmography, you know, Snatch, like the boxing character that, you know, Mickey that he plays, like he always has a twitch. He always has that step. Like Tyler Durden. Oh, if you hear noises, my beautiful 4-month-old daughter is in the room with me. So she's currently playing. She's currently playing with her toys. So if you hear noises, that's.
She just can't wait to chat with us, and she's like, "Who's this Brad Pitt? I can't wait, Daddy. Show me Brad Pitt movies."
She just gave me a gigantic smile, and then you just melt inside. Oh my gosh! But like Fight Club too.
But
he's worshipped. And Tyler Durden was worshipped in '99.
Yeah, absolutely worshipped. But like the movement, even like if you look at Moneyball, he's constantly like walking around, like he's playing this stressful character. Like he likes to move. He likes to move around. So then you've got like, you know, Inglourious Bastards, where Once Upon a Time, and no, he's still doing stuff, but it's way more controlled and calculated and slower and deliberate, and Like he will stand there and watch you, and it's like, yeah, this guy can definitely kill people. Like he's got an intensity that shows his range and shows what a great actor he really is.
And Tree of Life too, right? Malik.
I love it for him.
He's always moving. He's like Tree of Life, the camera.
Yes.
I mean, Malik is there's always motion. Then you look at World War Z, he's always running.
Burn after reading. I mean, let's dance.
And like Counselor, he dies, right, when he's walking. And so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always. It's a good point that you made. I mean, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Ad Astra, it's one long journey that he's making. Brad Pitt just likes to move in his movies.
He's a very physical actor. Like he uses his body. He uses and every bit. Like, yeah.
Can I tell you the happiest moment that occurred to me when I was doing all this data? So a lot of websites had attempted prior to do lists, and none of them were complete. They're probably all like 70% complete. But I found something that no one else found. In Inglourious Basterds, everyone's like, hey, it's eating bread in Inglourious Basterds. But when you pause it just right, you see that there's meat in the bread. And that made me so happy.
Nice. Extra calories. A lot of extra calories.
But it's just, it's stupid stuff like that when I'm doing these datas that just make me happy. So, I liked like pausing at just like a moment and just getting out my magnifying glass.
Exactly. We love detail, and that's why we like talking and writing about this stuff, Mark, because I think you and I, we like the little details, picking up on the things that people might have missed, like the Fritos on his lap while he's smoking away in True Romance, or what I told you about Megamind. I mean, you don't think about Megamind because it's an animation, but hey, that counts. Like, and I know you still have to watch it, so I'm not going to spoil it for you or whatever, but yeah, he's sporting a big old sandwich, like, and it's like we see him just after he took a big old bite of it. And that's so funny because even in the animation he's eating. I think it's so funny. There's another thing that I want to point out about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, of why I love like his eating there, because like he does the mac and cheese thing, but also it's the only time with all Brad's eating in all the movies, it's the only time that we see him actually preparing the food. We never see him preparing food. I couldn't think of like any of the other scenes where he's actually making the food. We're always just seeing him stuffing something in his face that's already been made. And Once Upon a Time, we've got this whole and a beautiful scene because it is like juxtaposed with him making his meal, but also like his control over his dog and how he's trained his dog to be very obedient. And like, I just love that scene in general. But yeah, it's the only time we see him actually making the food. I love that.
I'm going through all of his movies right now. And I think that's the only time. Wow. Yeah. That's
right.
Fun.
Like he eats a lot. And then there's like one movie that we actually see him making the food. It's interesting. He's just like a little interesting detail.
And I love his gum chewing in movies. Sometimes, like that movie. So I had to do this. What was the assignment I worked on? Oh, I had to do this thing that's going to be coming out soon about the loudest chip. And during that time, I ate a lot of chips. But I also did some research about people who have like a phobia of like loud smacking and gum smacking. And I forget the term of it, and I definitely have it, because I kind of lose my mind a little bit when people smack gum or smack or slurp in front of me. Like, it's not like a normal annoyance thing, but when Brad Pitt chews gum on screen, it's classy. It's not like Keira Knightley in Domino, or Matt Damon in Ford vs. Ferrari. There's certain... and Zola. I like Zola a lot. It's a good movie, but Riley Keough just smacks gum, and it almost drove me a little insane. I mean, plus I was watching Zola, and it reminded me of my time in my life in Florida. So that kind of does that all too. But it's I don't know. He's a classy movie gum chewer, and that's another reason why I like him.
Yeah, I can relate. I can totally relate because I'm the same. In general, I'm not a fan of like gum chewing. But his does not bother me. I don't know how he does that. I think maybe because he's always got. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe the attitude, or maybe like. in Burn After Reading, he's funny. So I laugh at the funny and it doesn't bother me. So I guess there's always like his intention is bigger than like the gum is kind of secondary to what his intentions are, you know?
He's so manic, right? And he's just sort of doing it in the background. He's not doing it to be cool.
No. And I think maybe that's the thing. Like, I don't like gum chewing for like coolness or how like cowboys and detectives do their gum chewing. That's so annoying. I don't know. There's like spitting and like, I don't know. I don't like it.
I couldn't play baseball. I watch people play baseball in a dugout. It's just people smacking gum, and I think I would go insane. I would last 3 games. Then I would have to leave the sport itself. So,
but they would throw me out probably for not coping.
You know what's funny? I was reading in Moneyball, I wrote that he's doing stress eating. In Ocean's Trilogy, he's just kind of looking cool. He's on the move. Meet Joe Black, I wrote that he has curious eating. Interview with the Vampire, I put very hungry eating. California, gross eating. And then 7 Years in Tibet, I'll eat anything eating. So you're right. He does have different eating styles in his movies. Like,
he does have this method. Yeah, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like there's a lot of power eating happening there. Power eating, like that's what's happening there. Yeah, I love it. There's always method. There's always reason. He's not just grabbing something to eat, like, or, oh, this is something I can do in a scene because I don't know what to do with my hands, or Ricky Bobby. It's not that. Like, you know, he's got reason and motivation, and it fits his character, and it actually enhances it. His acting and the character of it. Yeah.
And it's just so random, but I just love it. I loved going through this, and this is bringing back good memories of my data. Like, so to do this, I used what I love about this data collection. Like, I remember I used Vudu, I used Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Crackle, Tubi, Hoopla. I used IMDb, Freedive, and then I went to my local library. So this was kind of I think this is the first time that I really, really, really combed through film. And I had done this before, but I think this is the first time I'd ever gone through an actor's like an entire filmography. I had done Tom Cruise Running before this. So then maybe that's why, that was huge. Yeah. That was a big one for me. I went through his entire film. So that was my first. I went through all that and watched that and combed through everything. And you know what was neat between the Tom Cruise and the Brad Pitt eating is I really realized that you can't trust these online sources that say every run ever. You just learn.
Unfortunately.
I remember I watched, and like there's a video I watch every blah, blah, blah ever. It has like several million views. I was like, well, I had seen this movie before, and I remember a running scene that's not included in this. So I went back and I rented it, and I watched it, and I found a running scene that wasn't in every running scene ever. So it kind of made me realize that like you can't I guess with my data, you can't half it. Like you can't like half-ass it. You just have to rent everything. You have to like comb through it because you're kind of at the I don't like being at the mercy of other people, and I feel like that's what makes my data kind of unique is just the amount of work I put into it. But I don't know. I was glad to have that lesson. I didn't try to start off like by watching that. I just kind of did it. I like to have like a basic idea. You know what I like to do actually is I like to do all my data. I like to compile everything, and then I'll go and watch a supercut, and just in case I miss something.
It's not that we also don't always trust other people or other people's research online or whatever. The thing is just like we're doing it and putting our names on it. So you want it to feel like it is your work. It's not just someone else's that you just like copy paste it and there you go. Like we always want to go and see for ourselves what else can we like pick up, because like it's a new fresh pair of eyes on work, you know. Sure, someone picks up that he was eating there, but did they pick up the Fritos bag on the couch? Like little stuff like that. Again, those details that, you know, also makes you feel like, yeah, this is my data thing, or this was my article. Like I did it. And honestly, that's just like a good practice in general. If you work online and you do research for pop culture and these type of things, do your own stuff. Go check. Go even like if a source looks good, go make sure for yourself, double check it. It never like, it's always a good idea to double check things. You never know, maybe you pick up on something. Maybe someone else missed something. That happens. We all like, no one's perfect. So, but yeah, I like that. I like the little details and like, and then you also feel like, yeah, you put in the work. It was your work. Hell yeah.
And my nightmare is for someone to be like, oh, you missed this. That's my nightmare.
Exactly. Or like, did this person even watch the movie?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I remember I was writing an article for Cracked, and it was a Star Wars one with like 10 things you didn't notice. And I picked one, and I didn't watch maybe the last 20 seconds of the scene. And I was like, yeah, the Emperor never blinks. And then I get this message like, hey, Mark, watch the last 20 seconds of the scene. The Emperor blinks 7 times. And so I just felt that's the worst feeling in the world when you've missed something. They're like,
exactly.
Like that, I get that maybe like when you're analyzing every single Academy Award winner based on age, height, like race and all this kind of stuff, genre of film, you might, type something in wrong. But it's just that it's the worst. And I've done that before. But when it's like the worst feeling to get, hey, Mark, you missed this. And it's like, oh, Mark. And you're like, oh, that sinking feeling you have. And you just like there's really no excuse either because you missed it. And so that's why, I don't know, I feel good about this Brad Pitt data. Like I mean, I didn't get Megamind, but I guess I only looked at live action, but it's still, I feel good about it because I did the work. And I don't know, with the Tom Cruise, I did the work. And I think this was a really good starting, this is when I felt really confident. My research, I guess. And then I had fun writing a piece because like I wrote some stupid stuff. I included a pie chart and I kind of made it easy and this is another one where I knew that I should just make it easy. Like just make it as easy as possible. So Brad Pitt movies make more money when he eats more. Like that's like I felt because have you ever written something that's like really in-depth research and just no one cares? Have you ever done that?
I recently did that, yes. I felt like that was my horror article last year. Like I over-researched. I did this whole thing and nobody cared. Like I feel like no one read it. Like it was crickets. I felt like, wow, why? And it's true what you say. Like make it easy digestible and just easy and fun. So it's not like this super serious thing that you're gonna get all hung up about, and that's what makes your stuff so easy to just like. That's why everyone likes it. That's why it does so well. Like your stuff's doing numbers. Again, you brought your new Scream article. You want to quickly plug that one? It's doing so well over on Reddit.
If you can fit it into a funny headline and you're passionate about it, then it works. Like the more Brad Pitt eats, the better a movie does. Like that's funny. Like I like that. And that's something that people already talk about. But then I also like really blending in niche stuff like the Bloodsport piece I did. I like kind of having a few weird ones and then a big one to kind of keep my name out there in the world. But yeah, this Brad Pitt one definitely did pretty well for me. And it's neat. Like it was in Lad Bible, like a lot of different places covered it. And then a lot of videos came out afterwards and they got millions of views. And I wonder if they looked at my data and were like, okay, we need to find these scenes.
I wonder.
Give me props for it, maybe. I don't know. But, I guess that's not why I do it either. I don't really do this to, I don't know, get adoration and, I just like doing it. This made me laugh. And I also got to understand one of the biggest A-listers of our generation. So I kind of dug it. And it just makes me laugh every time I look at it. So it's, so I'm glad you came and talked. And I'm glad you shared it in Cracked because then that got eyes on it all. I still see in my stats links coming from Cracked. So they're either looking for either my It Follows or Brad Pitt article.
Yeah, exactly. Because those are the only two that I've used.
And then someone wrote an article about my movies that feature Lundgren throwing a front kick. Like I did
beautiful.
Those too. And then someone covered that on Cracked, which makes me very happy. That happened years ago. But no, I don't know. I just enjoyed putting this together. I liked going because you know how many people in this world, Zanandi, are like, Brad Pitt eats a lot. I'm like, then I kind of just went, okay, well, how much? Like that's kind of how you make your name. You find something popular, people talk about it in general terms. You're like, all right, I'm going to explore it. and see how much actually he does. And it's done well for me, and it was fun. So, and you know what's interesting? I know we got to get out of here soon, but when people tell me, they're like, how much you waste all your time, or like you have no life. And I'm like, well, I never sleep and I'm always busy. But like, when you get 30,000 upvotes on something, you're not wasting your time.
You're doing cool stuff.
Yeah, like that's not like, so like, you know, it's interesting though. Sometimes people will be like, oh, you have no life when something I've written has done, 15,000 upvotes. It's like, well, that's not like, this is pretty good. Like, this is not like, there's an end game to this, I guess, that I do it. But I always get annoyed when people say that to me.
Yeah, I don't think people listen, Mark. I mean, we know a lot of people don't really understand what writers do at all, especially like in today's world, online digital writers. And it's difficult to explain. I mean, I remember the first article I wrote for Cracked, I think it was at the beginning of 2017, and it was about dark corners, creepy corners of the internet. And that was still, at that time, the Cracked article still showed you the views. That article got over 1 million views. Now, whoa. I remember the later on it came out that the view counts were broken. So I can't say for sure that it was broken by then or before. But even if it was, we're still talking about like hundreds of thousands of views still. That was when like everyone was still reading Cracked, like when it was still big, when like Dan and everyone was still there. That's a lot of views. So yeah, like people will be like, oh, what do you like even do? You're just like on the internet and blah blah. And it's like they don't realize that thousands and thousands of people are reading our stuff or listening to the podcasts, or like, I mean, that's not nothing. Like that's not nothing.
Hey, so, do you get paid for what you do?
Yeah,
I get that question a lot.
Yeah, like but yeah, no, and also you shouldn't downplay these things like you do. Like the dumb data is fine, we'll forgive you for that, but you do very important work. It's very important for everyone to understand that Brad Pitt knows what he's doing when he's eating a wrap. He knows what he's doing when he's eating a pot sticker, and he knows what he's doing when he's eating nachos. The man knows what he's doing, and that's very important to understand. Like, it changes your whole perspective of him. So you're doing important work, Mark. Like, here we are talking about it. So many people have used your data. We wouldn't have if it wasn't important. So thanks. And keep up the good work.
I will. And if you're listening to this, you probably...
chew with your mouth closed.
Oh, yeah. And don't eat peanut butter like Brad Pitt does in Meet Joe Black.
Yeah, and leave the wraps alone. And
yeah, wraps. I like the idea of wraps, but they're... I don't know. They're not the best to eat on the run.
I mean, I feel like it's messy. I love a wrap, though. I love a wrap.
Yeah. Like, I guess if you're seated, but like wrapping and walking doesn't seem perfect. Because there's a lot of loose stuff in there.
Exactly. Jonah saw the stuff fall from the wrap. So, like, yeah, maybe sit down outside and enjoy a nice summer wrap. Anyway, yeah, okay, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, Mark.
All right, well, hey, thank you so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
It was. Thanks, dude. Awesome.
And then people can find you on Twitter, right?
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, writing stuff. Check me out on Twitter. And hopefully on future podcasts.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Zanandi Boetes, this is Movie Songs and Flicks. We'll see you next week.